This is before. And this is after. Yo, what's up guys, it's Exotic and welcome back to the channel. Fortnite new season just dropped, and if you're looking to take your gameplay to the next level, you're in the right place. Today we are going to dive deep into NVIDIA control panel and Fortnite in-game color settings. These settings aren't just about making your game look good, they are about helping you spot enemies faster, improving your overall experience, and ultimately gaining a competitive edge. I'll walk you through exactly how you can tweak both your PC settings and in-game settings to get the best color performance. By the end of this video, you'll have better visibility, clearer graphics, and more FPS. Trust me, after applying these changes, you will see Fortnite in a whole new light. Let's dive into it. Let's start with NVIDIA control panel, which is the key for color optimization. If you're gaming on NVIDIA graphics card, this panel allows you to optimize and colorize the color and the visual clarity of everything you see in game. To get there, follow these steps. First, you need to right click and go to NVIDIA control panel. Now let's break down the settings. You need to go to adjust color settings and put digital vibrance to 80%. It can't stress this enough. Digital vibrance is a game changer. This settings makes you everything pop. If you ever played in a dull or washed out colors, then you know what I meant. Set this to 70 or 80%. This will increase your vibrancy of the colors in Fortnite, making reds, greens, and blues stand out more. You'll spot enemies and important items in the world much faster, especially in the chaos of battle. I'm gonna give you a tip. If you ever feel like the colors are too intense, you can always lower this to around 60%, but I recommend 70% as a good balance between saturation and clarity. Then we need to go to contrast and we put it to 60%. This is another setting that make your game look more sharper. Set contrast around 50% or 60. If the contrast is too high, it'll look unnatural, so keep it in this range. It helps you make the game look more dynamic, especially in the darker areas where you might find or miss enemies or key visuals. Then we go to brightness and we put it to 50. This at 50%. This is a default setting and it works well for most monitors. If you want a brighter game, adjust this slightly, but don't go too high or you will lose the depth of your environment. And that's all it. Now let's move on to Fortnite itself and get those in-game color settings. If you follow my channel before, you'll know that I always recommend customizing your settings for optimal performance. Color is just as important for performance as your FPS, especially when it comes to visibility. So let's walk through in the game settings and what you need to adjust. Okay, so now we need to adjust our color. First, let's see. Colorblind mode. Here we have all the options. We have Dupertune, Purple and Triple. The best one out of three is the last option with the number 10. You can see the difference, right? And plus, when you go to 3D resolution, make sure this is to 100, and the brightness, make sure this is a 150%. Set this one to 100% for default, but you can tweak it if the game feels like dark or too bright. I'd recommend keeping it to 100 unless if you find the game too dark in darker environments. If you bump it up, don't go overboard, as it might mess with your color balance. Now, saturation controls how intense the color are in the game. Set it to 1.00, which is the default, but if you want your game to have a bit more pop-up and vibrancy increase, set it to 1.1 or 1.2. This will make everything in game look more colorful, and you'll be able to see enemies in structure much better, especially in areas like tilted towers or other densely packed locations. Now let's talk about why these settings matter and how they affect your gameplay. These color and the color adjustments do more than just make the game look good. They help you spot enemies quicker and see important details in your environment, which can make a huge difference, especially in intense firefight. With digital vibrance setting in the NVIDIA control panel and saturation tweak in Fortnite, your game will look more vibrant and clearer. This is not about aesthetics. It helps you quickly spot loot, enemies and structures. The contrast adjustments make the game feel more dynamic and sharp, which helps you notice details more easily. If you're struggling to see opponents hiding in the shadows or behind structures, these adjustments will give you the better chance to react faster. Don't underestimate these settings. Even if you don't have color blindness, it can drastically improve your color contrast, helping you see enemies against the environment more clearly. Plus, the Protopia and the Utopia settings are tolerated to make your game look more schemes stand out, which means you'll notice enemies before they notice you. Let me add a couple more bonus tips for better gameplay. Make sure your monitor is calibrated correctly for your environment. If you're playing on a bright room, you might want to lower the brightness of your monitor to avoid glare. If you're playing on a dark room, increase the brightness slightly. Playing in a well-lit room can help you see the game more clearly. Don't play in total darkness, as it can strain your eyes. Proper lighting can also help you adjust your monitor brightness and color settings for more efficiency. For those who are serious about competitive play, here are some extra settings to further improve your visibility and performance. If you are using a high refresh rate monitor like 144Hz or 240Hz, make sure you set your FPS cap to match your monitor refresh rate. This prevents screen tearing and makes your game run much smoother. And that's wrap, guys. By following these simple tweaks, you're going to see a huge improvement in your Fortnite performance and visuals. Whenever you're looking for better color visibility, sharpen contrast, or just for a more vibrant gaming experience, these settings will help you dominate in game. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more optimization tips. And hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.